Everyone's under sort of house arrest these days because of, this pandemic going on. I've been going to work every day, actually. My company is one of the few places that still has staff going in. So I've actually been working quite a lot. Um, and today is a Saturday. It's the first day I've had off in 2 weeks. So I finally have a chance to do a bit of drawing. So without leaving my yard, I figured I would try some urban sketching. I'm just going to draw a small corner of my yard. It is a little piece of yard like that. It's kind of a garden spot. I picked up some new dirt for it last year. The green hasn't started. There's a few bits of green, but it's mostly just a plot of dirt at the moment. When the weather gets warmer, some different things will grow in there. I've got ginip, which is a kind of sesame leaf type of thing that grows in there. But during the winter, it's more of a compost place where I throw my extra fruits and vegetable skins and let them feed the land a little bit for the future. I'm gonna be trying to do a little sketch of this today and see how it comes out. This is sort of test one of making a video outside. This is actually an easel that I would normally work with outside, but since it's in my yard, why not, right? So I think I'm gonna try to draw the bulk of the scene. There's a bucket over there. It's an old pot, like a planter's pot. So let's try starting to get the bucket in there. I want to try to get a bunch of this on there. Some of the things on there are not even going to be in the frame of the camera, but I'm going to draw them. Let's get the bucket on there first. Just sort of simply like this. Okay. Just a basic rough sketch to start off with. Okay. And there's the wall coming up here. Now, when I do these, there's some little bit of artistic license that's done in order to get things to fit into the frame, in order to sort of compose what's going on. I may make adjustments to reality in order to make things fit properly, but I do want to get certain things like the perspective accurately figured out. I'm just catching the angle of these pieces of architecture here. Those are really important for making it look like a believable image. And we've got the edge there. The door frame is right here. There's a couple of steps that are going to be visible. Right there. The bucket or the pot is on one of the steps. Make sure the edge of the step is right about there. It comes over this bit of wall. Okay, there's the basic locked in bit. There's a water pipe here. Actually, this is the this pipe right here. It's just a plastic tube. A little wind blowing all of a sudden. This plastic tube is actually a I think that is where the gas that comes from like the plumbing, what is it called, a flue maybe, where the nasty gas from your bathroom and stuff like that needs to go outside and not directly into your yard. So that's kind of where it goes from there, maybe from the septic tank to breathe. So there's this strange plastic pipe that sticks up and into the sky right there. So it just ends a couple feet above my wall. Now, speaking of my wall, if you can see it right there. Now in frame, you can't actually see. I'm going to tilt up a little bit. You can see the top of the wall right there. It's got that great like spiked thing, the spiked sort of security barrier. Now I'm going to include that in my drawing. In order to do that, I'm going to have to shorten my wall actually. And for that, I'm going to use that little artistic license I mentioned. I'm going to bring this element down, shorten it up a little bit, right? In fact, it's far above here, but I'm just shrinking this little piece down so that I can include that sort of wire, or what is it called, like cast iron bit of stuff that's going on up there. Okay. I'm not doing any super crucial measuring. Years ago, I used to really carefully measure everything, and it would take a long time to get everything onto the page. I have gotten it down now where I can kind of just whip it out a little bit faster now without overthinking everything. I do want to get the angles. I'm very critical with the angles that I use though, because I want it to at least work in a 3D sense. Okay, there's the sort of overhang right here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the door yet. I'm thinking about how to handle the door. Almost would like to open the door and draw it while it's open, but I'm not sure yet what to do there. The door is very intricate with all this metal, but for now I'm just going to get it framed in. Crossbar there. And there's all these fancy things, but we're not going to draw those right now. Okay, that's a lot of the basic framing. Okay, that's kind of dark inside the pot. There's the dark side of the pot. Little plant here. Okay. There's a crack right here. I want this to look kind of rough. Okay, so the wall here that I've reinvented comes down. Comes on the other side of the pot, or the pipe. And then we follow it. The wall that's coming along this side for me is right here. Comes down, it's broken, and then it goes up again. Okay, on the other side, this is a bit of my neighbor's house. It's all going to be quite dark. A little bit of an overhang. I'm going to move so I can see a little space between the pipe and the neighbor's house, just to create a better shape up here. It's roughly accurate, but I've just moved it to the side about an inch. You know, in reality about an inch, so that I can see this empty space right here. I think that empty space creates a nice form right there, a little negative space that's more interesting. Okay, now that's a lot of the framing, that's a lot of the pencil work. I'm going to go in and look for more detailed things. There's this odd item here that is some sort of it's like a cast iron piece of rebar that somebody made, and I believe it was just made as like a trellis, like for plants to grow on. And I ripped it up a couple years ago, and I can't throw it away because it looks cool. I keep it there. So I'm gonna get the angle of it. Looks like some sort of strange religious item. I'll put that in right there. Okay. And then the cross beam of it is right there. It's got these little angles, that and that. Really rough, real simple. Just make sure it all lines up even, so it doesn't look like it's bent or crooked too much. Okay, and I'm gonna put like, you know, little bits of vine that are hanging on there later. But I think I've got most of the detailing that I need here. Like that. That is the penciling part. A couple more sticks poking out of here that I can notice. Like that. There are some, you know, more intricate details like the hinges on the door. That would be good to add right there. Alright, other than that, Other than that, a lot of what I'm going to do is going to be done with ink, which is the next step in this process. Okay, I'm way off frame there, so this is just going to run right off the frame. I'm going to kind of like get this part here like to get bigger, so it kind of has a bit more drama to it. There's a little drain on the floor. I'm sure that's off camera, but there's a little drain in the concrete right there where the rainwater goes. It's got these little holes in it we'll put in later. Just like so. Right. That's the penciling. Right. That's all I need for my, initial imagery. Okay. The next video will be the inking process. So look for that video soon.